Assalamualaikum, selamat sejahtera dan salam Jumaat. Nama saya Nabilah Kelida dan seperti biasa Niaga AWANI pada jam ini akan berikan laporan berita bisnes kewangan ekonomi dan mari kita mulakan dengan laporan World Economic Forum 2023. Cabaran sebagai usahawan terutama buat mereka yang baru memulakan perniagaan tidak sentiasa mudah. Namun nilai keusahawanan yang jitu penting dalam memastikan kelangsungan perniagaan walaupun terpaksa melalui cabaran. Harits Asyraf Hasnan yang kini membuat liputan sempena Forum Ekonomi Dunia WEF di Davos ada perinciannya.
Niaga AWANI bersiaran hari ini. Slot ini saya bawakan sempena dengan Forum Ekonomi Dunia WEF 2023 di Davos, Switzerland. Dan selain daripada cerita di Eropah ini, saya nak bawa cerita di Afrika pula. Apa ceritanya? Dan saya bertuah hari ini. Saya bersama dengan Rehan Survey dari Sukan Jalur Investment. Rehan, thank you for being with us. Maybe you can tell us more about yourself first. Just briefly about yourself. What about your company and what's your role in Sukan Jalur Investment?
Yes. Certainly. Firstly, thank you so much for having me.
Most welcome.
Very excited to be here and to talking to the Malaysian youth as well. I work in my family office, which is based out of South Africa, and we're focused on investing in tech-enabled companies in South Africa and empowering South African youth to be entrepreneurs and to build their own value in the society. And our main focus is around, fintech and medical tech as well, and basically anything that is empowering people through impact and empowering the communities around them at the same time.
Yes, Rehan, maybe when you said about entrepreneurship, what are the challenges especially in South Africa? If in Malaysia, maybe there's a different kind of challenges, or maybe there's the same challenges that we face together in terms of building and to build more and to make sure that there's more entrepreneurs, especially among youngsters. What are the challenges?
Yeah. No, perfect. I think one of the biggest challenges, and maybe let me start by first talking about the similarities. I think in Malaysia and South Africa, we're thousands of kilometers apart, but actually what you'll find is that the youth are going through very similar experiences and very similar challenges when it comes to entrepreneurship. And I think the biggest challenge in entrepreneurship is actually understanding, that being an entrepreneur is an opportunity, it is a possibility. And when I say that, I mean that a lot of the entrepreneurship persona is that you have to be this very well-established person who's going to take the risk and bravado and able to go and capture these opportunities. But actually being an entrepreneur is much simpler than that. It's about looking at your community, understanding where the business needs lie, and being innovative and taking the chance to go against that. And I think one of the biggest challenges with entrepreneurs is that they don't necessarily understand that being an entrepreneur is a good thing for society, and society actually places a lot of emphasis on the failure and the risk of failure, and that discourages a lot of potential entrepreneurs to take the chance. So I think one of the biggest challenges is the mindset and being able to be entrepreneurially minded for opportunity. And I think that we can actually encourage that and overcome that through shared experiences, showing people that it is possible through people in your community who do that, or people in South Africa and Malaysia, similarly going through the same challenges, but taking a different approach and being confident in themselves, and then going forward with that and becoming successful entrepreneurs.
As investment company, venture capitals, what are the values that you're looking for, especially among young entrepreneurs, especially startups? And because if in the middle to become a unicorn, there's a lot of challenges. When you start, there's a venture capital. At the end, there will be IPO open. But in the middle, there's lots of challenges, and there's need values among the startups to make sure that they survive throughout the journey. maybe values. Maybe you can share about values that you're looking for among young entrepreneurs.
Sure. So I'll talk first to the young entrepreneurs and then in terms of the business as well. For an entrepreneur's perspective, I think the most important thing is to actually be perseverance,
Okay.
to have the perseverance in order to overcome challenges, because entrepreneurship is not linear. And what I mean by that, you're not going to found a business and be successful every day, day in and day out. But one day might be 10 times worse than the day before. But if you can go through that, and if you can actually persevere through these different challenges that you're facing, that's the biggest quality we're looking for in entrepreneurs and young people in general. The second thing is also being motivated and assured in your self-belief. If you see a challenge and you find a solution and you want to build towards that and have an impact in people, then that's part of the challenge of being an entrepreneur. And if you can align yourself with serving that purpose and having the first priority to impact the people around you, I think you can be a successful entrepreneur easily. The second side is the business side, and you talk about going from the VC stage at an early stage startup to then the IPO. And I think what underpins it at the beginning of the day is ensuring that you have a good business model. And what does it mean to have a good business model? It means addressing a business need and understanding that there is a target market for it. And building your business around that, right? And you can do that through impact first, but you can also do that. You can build a bundle that is impactful and profit generating at the same time. In order to do that, you simply have to find how you can commercialize the idea through the business need that you found. And if you start with the need first, that is how you become successful. Because a lot of people I've seen have started generating businesses, they have a solution, but no one actually wants it. No one actually wants to buy it. But if you start with a need, and this can be something that you grow up in your community. It could be something that you saw in your village as a young entrepreneur, as a young person, and you said, I want to fix this, I want to change this. Because that's already showing that the people around you have the need for it. And therefore, if you solve a need to that, if you solve a problem like that, you'll be able to scale up your business and expand and be both impactful and profit generating.
Maybe you can share your advice towards young entrepreneurs, especially those who are scared and don't know where to start and looking forward what kind of business that I should start. So that kind of questions that keep in mind, especially those youngsters, they don't know what kind of business, what kind of challenges that they're going to face. So maybe your advice towards those youngsters that willing to start their own business, but there's lots of questions in their mind in terms of, and they didn't start their startup or their business yet because of they worried some sort of, in terms of, few issues that they think that will hurdle their business. Maybe your advice to them.
Sure. I can think of 3 pieces of advice. The first one would be that believe in yourself. If you see an opportunity, take the initiative. Believe that you can make the problem happen, that you can make a venture out of it. And I think if you have the self-belief, that you'll be able to go very far. The second is oriented around the community. So when you do find that you have all these questions and you don't understand the answers, how do I start my own business? How do I build a financial model? How do I employ people? How do I build a team? That's all about finding the community to learn from. So find a mentor, find people you can talk to, even if it's friends that you can just talk to your ideas about and talk to what you're thinking. That is very powerful because you get feedback and you can build from that and you get different perspectives and that challenges you to better yourself. And the last one is just building from shared experiences and value co-creation. And what I mean by that is find the people that you want to build with. Find the people that are also passionate about being an entrepreneur or being impactful in their communities. And those are the people that you can easily build with and will want to be desired in building with you. So I think those are the 3 pieces of advice for the young entrepreneurs today.
Rehan, thank you so much for your time. Under this scope, of course, we try our best to bring you in one of our initiative program, Youth Action Movement, and itu sahaja sebenarnya perkongsian untuk waktu ini. Banyak lagi sebenarnya cerita-cerita menarik akan saya bawakan seiring dengan Forum Ekonomi Dunia WEF 2023 ini. Sekian sahaja dahulu. perkongsian dari Davos, Switzerland untuk Niaga AWANI.